Jungkook, good looks number one? Wasn't that clear a long time ago? The phrase may seem familiar to some, but behind the simple-sounding phrase is a fire of controversy that never expected to emerge from a secretly conducted internal survey and finally leaked to the public. And no one expected that a simple survey claimed to be conducted internally by one of the marketing teams of a major South Korean agency would become a time bomb that breaks the wave of harmony among fans, even supposedly creating real friction among the BTS members themselves. When the survey results were announced and Jungkook's name was firmly ranked first as the most handsome member according to the choice of hundreds of Korean entertainment industry professionals, ranging from MV directors, fashion designers, to casting directors for dramas and commercials. The world seemed to stop for a moment, but not because it's something logically surprising. Everyone knows Jungkook has eye-catching visuals, but the way this result was delivered, with a leak that explicitly mentioned the order of good looks of all BTS members from 1st to 7th, immediately ignited the embers. This is the first explosion that shook the foundation of fandom that has been known to be solid. Army divided. The conversation exploded. The hashtags Jungkook is king, hashtag visual war BTS, and hashtag Justice for Taeyong immediately became global trends. Fans from various camps began to show their true colors, sparking a heated debate that was previously only kept silent behind smiles and sweet support on social media. But this news doesn't just stop at visual controversy, because apparently, behind Jungkook's victory in the Good Looks survey, a much deeper emotional secret is hidden. A secret that has been known only to those closest to him. And now, the world is beginning to see the tiny cracks in the perfect image that have been so painstakingly constructed. Sometimes I feel like this face is not mine. They liked it, but no one really saw me. The statement came from an old interview of Jungkook that was ignored by the media. Until now, when the whole world is debating who's the most handsome member of BTS. Jungkook, who's been known as the Golden Magne. The Golden Magne, who can sing, dance, create, and perform perfectly at every opportunity, turns out to have his own wound from his predicament as a handsome man. While fans are busy comparing him to V, Jin, Jimin, and even RM, who has always been considered to have intellectual charisma, Jungkook feels like he is locked in expectations that he cannot control. But surprisingly, not only fans reacted strongly to the results of this survey. Some sources say that the relationship between the members themselves began to feel tenuous after the results were leaked, especially since the complete sequence of survey results has allegedly been strongly disseminated among the Korean entertainment industry and used as a reference for the selection of individual endorsements. He's number one? I think it's a group, not a competition, said one of the individuals who claimed to be a longtime staff member of their agency. In an exclusive interview with one of the local media that so far, the public has only seen mutual laughter, hugs, and seemingly sincere support between the BTS members. But apparently, according to a source who declined to be named, the backstage atmosphere is not always as warm as it seems. From the beginning, visuals have always been a sensitive issue. Everyone knows Jin, called worldwide handsome. But when fans started deifying Jungkook visually, and now the survey is out, the atmosphere is different. V, who's got a huge visual fan base, looks the most shaken up. There was even a moment in the rehearsal room when she was completely silent during the choreography training session. The source said, "This condition strengthens speculation that good looks are no longer just praise in the idol world, but have become a new measure of power." And when Jungkook's name was named number one, it wasn't just a matter of face. It's about position, domination, and a sense of inequality that began to creep in between the members who once vowed to walk together as one. Every time one person wins, the other feels defeated. We're all a team. This sentence was said by RM in an old BTS documentary video. But ironically, it is precisely now that the good looks that have been considered a blessing turned into the beginning of an invisible split. Many industry observers said that this survey could be a turning point, both in the direction of individual promotions and the image of the BTS group as a whole. Jungkook, who has always appeared as a symbol of BTS's youthful strength, now stands alone at the top, but with a lonely shadow extending behind him. This statement came from one of the veteran stylists who had worked with BTS in the early days of their debut. According to him, Jungkook has a visual curse. That is, it is too attractive to the point that it is difficult to be considered an ordinary human being. He became an idol, an icon, an object, but no longer someone who is seen as a person, and therein lies the tragedy. Good looks, which should be a blessing, instead become a tool that separates, not unites. Jungkook, in his silence, knew that every compliment he received on his face could be a wound to the people who walked with him. Various hashtags flooded Twitter. Some welcomed the survey results with joy, feeling it was an official recognition of Jungkook's good looks. But many felt the survey was deliberately played to elevate one name above the other, a cunning marketing strategy that could destroy the emotional connection between members and fans. BTS is not a beauty competition. They're family. Don't turn them into capitalist products, wrote one ARMY senior with millions of followers. But on the other hand, there's also the ARMY who stated that it was time for Jungkook to be recognized not only for his talent and hard work, but also for his stunning visuals. And ironically, in the midst of all the praise, Jungkook himself chose to remain silent. It's not celebrating. No mention of the survey results, though. Even in his last live broadcast, Jungkook preferred to talk about the weather, cats, and childhood memories, without a single mention of the controversy surrounding his name. The survey was probably just a piece of paper with numbers and names. But the impact is much greater than imagined. It reveals what has been hidden so far: competition, insecurity, pressure, and wounds that have not yet healed. And Jungkook, now standing at the center of the storm, hailed, loved, blamed, and secretly, probably devastated. Jungkook is too perfect, and in an unfair world, that perfection can turn into an enemy. This statement comes from a well-known Korean pop culture writer who has previously discussed the phenomenon of excessive idolization in the K-pop world. But this time, it was designed to describe what was going on around Jungkook's name. A storm of praise that turned out to bring a storm of hate, division, and crisis that enveloped not only him, but the entire BTS Foundation. After the results of the Good Looks survey spread widely, rumors emerged one by one. Unidentified industry sources said that several major brands, including French and Italian luxury brands, explicitly wanted Jungkook as a brand ambassador because the survey was used as a benchmark for visual market strength, and the decision became a double-edged knife. On the one hand, Jungkook shot up to become the most targeted advertising face. But on the other hand, the other members began to be eliminated from the big endorsement radar.